picking up the pieces of my shattered dream. I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen better days. The morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Turning back the pages to the times that I love best. I wonder if she'll ever do the same. Now the thing that I call living is just being satisfied, knowing I've got no one left to blame. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen better days. The morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Searching through the fragments of my dream shattered sleep, I wonder if the years have closed her mind. Well, I guess it must be wanderlust or trying to get free from the good old faithful feeling we once knew. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen better days. The morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, I got to see you, my own flame. Carefree highway, you've seen better days. The morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Let me slip away on you. Let me slip away on you. Hey, happy Canada Day, everybody. Rob here. So happy you're here tonight. And if you're watching live, excellent. Great to have you out here. I saw a bunch of people signing on at the start there. David and Sherry and Kathy and Dwight. And I know there's a bunch of people out there. I don't want to start naming them, or we'll be here all night just naming people. But we're going to have a great time tonight. And, it's Tuesday night, Canada Day Eve. If you weren't here, where would you be? I don't know, where would you be? I'd probably just be, watching another episode of something on Netflix, or sitting outside feeding the mosquitoes and black flies. Still black flies up north? I'm not sure. We don't have black flies down here in southern Ontario, which is kind of nice. But we do have giant mosquitoes, certainly a lot of those around. Hope everybody's had a great week. I was surprised this week to learn that I've been nominated for the Best Local Musician with the Waterloo Region Record. That's quite an honor, I understand. I believe if I receive that award, that I'd get a Year of Sausage of the Month club. So if you're in the area, or if you go on the Waterloo Record website, you can look for that and vote for me often and every day. I believe you can vote. So that'd be super fun. I'm really excited about tonight's show. We've got some great musicians, including the Kings, Sandy Mackay, the amazing Paige Warner, Tuesday Live News, and probably a few surprises. Hopefully none of the technical nature. I hope you'll stick around for the Zoom after party. we have that after every show. A nice little group of folks show up, and it's always a lot of fun. But we're going to kick it off things, because I know we got a lot of things to jam in tonight. I'm not sure if we're going to get it under an hour. We're going to try to keep it around an hour, but we just, the beautiful of having your own network here on live streaming, you can go as long as you want. So we may end up around a campfire, who knows. But anyways, I'm going to head out. Sandy said he was going to head out on his boat, so I hope he hasn't headed out in the boat yet before he sings some songs for us. Sandy!
Happy Canada Day from the Kennebecasis River in beautiful New Brunswick. See if I can get the minister's face in the background. Not quite. Yeah, a little bit. Here's a little Canada Day tune for you from Buddy What's His Name and the other fellers. Hold on here a second. Let's just get situated. Yeah, that'll be better. In the middle of the summer, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the bay, boots kicked off, feet out to dry, lying on the coddy counting clouds in the sky. Throw her down and take a break. To hell with profits you won't make. Take a slack, cause you deserve to rock yourself on the ocean. Diddle-dum, diddle-dum do. We work like devil from 9 to 5, so we can have 8 wheels to drive, tubes with color, plastic bread, waves in our oven and water in our bed. Life wasn't meant to be lived in a box. We need a little freedom like the gull and the fox. Take her slack, cause you deserve to rock yourself on the ocean. Diddle-dum, diddle-dum do. In the middle of the city with the rattle and the roar, trapped like a rat on the 18th floor. I don't remember the very next line, but it was something written by Buddy What's His Name and the other fellers, and it was awful fine. Life wasn't meant to be lived in a box. We need a little freedom like the gull and the fox. Take her slack, cause you deserve to rock yourself on the ocean. Diddle-dum, diddle-dum do. In the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the bay. Boots kicked off, feet out to dry, lying on the coddy counting clouds in the sky. Throw her down and take a break. To hell with profits you won't make. Take her slack, cause you deserve rock yourself on the ocean, just like I am right now. It's actually the Kennebecasis Fjord here. Come visit when you have a chance. 70 miles of water. Happy Canada Day, y'all.
Thank you, Sandy. So great to have you on the show every week. Certainly appreciate what Sandy does for the show, and we are going to come out and visit you, Sandy. I sort of have this dream after all this is over and we can go out and travel around again. We're going to take a big bus and head down to New Brunswick and pick up Sandy and just head back across the country, playing Tuesday live concerts everywhere and meeting all our friends across the country and picking up other musicians. It'll be kind of like a traveling road show, kind of like something out of the 60s, but in the 2020s, I guess. This is a request. We're going to try to jam in as many of your requests as we can. We won't get to all of them, but we're going to try to get to most of them. This is a song by the Mike Plume Band that Stan requested. From the rolling fields of wheat to the busy city streets, some feeling and a spirit all our own. True north, strong and free, standing guard, you and me. East to the west we roam. Well, this is our home. From Norman Wells at the top and all the way to the rock, there's a wind that's always blowing. From down Summerside to the Queen Charlotte Islands, it's a way of life we've always known. This is our home. This is our home. Seen the northern lights dancing over Yellowknife. We're standing in the middle of a field. From Pier 21 all the way to Flint, flying you gotta cross the Canadian Shield. And no one knows winter like we know winter, blowing in and off Lake Ontario. From the Ottawa Canal to Bonhomme Carnival, there's a little place I love in the Gatineau, with a covered bridge and a swimming hole. Yeah, this is is our home. This is our home. From Portage and Main and Young and Queen, and every street corner in between. No matter where you go in this rugged land, there is one thing we all understand. Every woman, every child and man. 8:30 Newfoundland. 8:30 Newfoundland. Half hour later Newfoundland. 8:30 Newfoundland. Up in Peace Country and down in Kings County and clear across the Thunder Bay, where Winnipeg feels like forever and hope feels like never, let alone O'Campbell River Way. And when you cross the border and see that caribou on the quarter, then and only then you know you'll be home. I've driven from the Peg to the Chuck, the Yankees call us Canucks, but together we'll never stand alone. Yes, together we'll never stand alone. Yeah, forever the maple leaf will be flowing. This is our home. This is our home. Sing along. This is our home. This is our home. Star Sands and Fort Mac, Redwood Strands and Kitimat, down in the Shuswaps too. I've seen midnight, feel like high noon, from the Dome to Saskatoon. There's Confederation Bridge and a Butternut Bridge, Sudbury and the Sioux. I've lived in the Lakeland, I've been to the Badlands, and smashed in Buffalo Jump too. I've been snowed in for days on the Trans-Canada Highway, and that was in the month of June. This is our home. This is our home. This is our home. Everybody. This is our home. Come on, Melly. This is our home. You too, fishy fish. This is our home. 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 Great song, great Canadian song. Not too many people know. 8:30 Newfoundland. We're gonna head a little south of here to because somebody requested some Guess Who. So guess who the Kings are gonna cover tonight? Burton Cummings. Take it away, Kathy and Dwight.
Happy Canada Day Eve, everyone.
Here's a little Burton Cummings for you. Break it to them gently. 1, 2, 3, 4. Break it to them gently. When you tell my mom and dad, when you see my baby sister, be as kind as you can. My grandma said that boy is wild and bad. Read it to them gently when you tell them I won't be coming home again. 'Cause I'm running with a gun and it isn't any fun as a fugitive. Fighting for my life and it home no more. Gotta break it to them gently. 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 Gotta roll it to my mother. Roll it to my grandma. Gotta roll it to my mother. Roll it to my grandma. Gotta roll the old lady. Roll it to my mother. Roll it to my grandma. Roll the old lady.
Happy Canada Day.
Nice job, Dwight and Kathy. I could hear y'all singing out there. Speaking of y'all, we're going to head out to the shed. I'm going to round up Willie because I'm going to see if he can maybe do something for us tonight. And my mom has a question for you. Hey, Willie, my mom's got a question for you. Will you answer my mom's question?
Hey, Rob. I'd love to answer a question from my aunt. But first, I want to wish everybody a happy Canada Day Eve. Down in the States, we celebrate July 4th, and we celebrate real good. But up here, you folks celebrate Canada Day Eve. We don't July 4th Eve. That's real special. And then you celebrate Canada Day too. So happy Canada Day Eve and happy Canada Day to all of you. See, I got the Canadian flag up here too. But anyways, what's my auntie want to know?
Willie, have you ever been to Tilsonburg?
Helsingborg. My back still aches when I hear that word. Way down in southern Ontario, I never had a nickel or a dime to show. Fellow beeped up in an automobile. He said, "You want to work in the tobacco fields of Tilsonburg." Tilsonburg. My back still aches when I hear that word. He said, "I'll only give you $7 a day, and if you're any good, you get a raise in pay. Your bed's already on the bunkhouse floor. If it gets a little chilly, you can close the door." Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg. My back still aches when I hear that word. I was feeling in the morning anything but fine. The farmer said, "I'm gonna teach you how to climb." Said, "You gotta don a pair of oilskin pants if you wanna work in the tobacco plants of Tilsonburg." Tilsonburg. My back still aches when I hear that word. Okay, folks, you know on the chorus part there's a part for you. When I say Tilsonburg, you just answer back Tilsonburg. It's pretty simple. It's Tilsonburg, Tilsonburg. So let's try it on the next chorus, shall we? We landed in a field that was long and wide, with one old horse and 5 more guys. I asked him where to find the cigarette trees. When he said bend over, I was ready to leave. Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg. Still aches when I hear that word. He said to pick just the bottom leaves and don't start a-crawling on your hands and knees. Prime your roll, cause you get no pay for standing there picking at your nose all day. Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg. My back still aches when I hear that word. With a broken back bending over there, I was wet right through to the underwear, and it was stuck to my skin like glue from the nicotine tar in the morning dew of Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg. My back still aches when I hear that word. Now the nearest river was 2 miles from the place they were waiting for the boat to come. When I heard some talk about making the kill, I was down the highway and over the hill from Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg. My back still aches when I hear that word. Now there's one thing you can always bet: if I never smoke another cigarette, I might get taken in a lot of deals, but I won't go work in the tobacco field of Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg. My back still aches
when I hear that word. Yeah, my back still aches when I hear that word. My back still aches when I hear that word. Hey, is that a rabbit out in the garden? Hey, you rabbit, get out of the garden. Rabbit. Sorry about that, folks. Got a little bit of a rabbit problem out in the backyard, but it's nice to have my mom there on Zoom to ask Willie to play Tilsonburg. I think she requested that song. I think she started picking tobacco, or not picking tobacco, working in the tobacco fields when I think she was about 12 years old. Of course, she'll correct me on that if I got that wrong. But and then I think she put herself through university working tobacco and other things, I guess, in agriculture industry. Certainly our feelings go out to all the agricultural workers down in Essex County who are struggling a bit these days. That's a bit of a tough situation. But I'd like to turn it over to head it back down to Eastern Ontario to my good friend Stan McRae, who's we're fortunate again. Stan went sorting through his picture collection and has pulled a few together for us to share with us tonight. So I'll turn it over to Stan here with some Stan's picks. Thanks for sharing those pics, Stan. Always cool to see all that stuff along the St. Lawrence River. I never saw much of when I was growing up. Maybe the river's cleaner now than it used to be. I'm not sure. Anyways, that's time of the show I know a lot of you are waiting for. The Fishy Fish comes here just for it. And like a lot of people out there, I know I get all my news from Tuesday Live News. Over to our anchor, Tim Farrell.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, June 30th, 2020, and this is Tuesday Live Action, Eyewitness, National Edition News. I'm Tim Farrell. Tonight's broadcast is being sponsored by Vern Lundegar's Travel Agency. Do you enjoy adrenaline-rushing, thrill-seeking, action-packed holidays? Then Vern has got some incredible deals right now. For 90% off regular prices, you can be spending a week in Florida, Texas, or California. This week's special is a multi-state monument sightseeing trip, but act fast, as they are going quickly. Want to see more of the world? Then Brazil is the hot spot to go with outstanding savings. Maybe you want to stay in Canada and do a roll or theme vacation. Why not come to Windsor, Essex, and pick vegetables for 14 hours a day? Free accommodation. Contact Vern Lundegar's Travel and speak to one of the fabulous travel coordinators, Jill, Jane, Anne, or Patty. Even though Vern Lundegar's Travel World Headquarters is located in Cottam, Ontario, the gals are fluid in the WWW, and trips can be booked from anywhere in Canada. Our top story tonight: it's the end of an era for one of Canada's longest and most celebrated marriages. When they were wed in 1954, it was considered Canada's royal wedding, with numerous parties across the nation. But after 66 years, Sandy McTire, longtime Canadian Tire figurehead, and Lassie, the export-A woman, are calling it quits. McTire said their troubles come from, like so many other couples, financial issues. The downturn started when retailer Canadian Tire retired McTire. citing changing times, replacing the CT money that McRae was featured on for years with their popular triangle card. McRae claims, I was forced out of by the political correctness purists. Just because I'm of Scottish heritage and know how to save a buck, they are afraid of offending anyone these days. Once the Canadian Tire money stopped flowing in, I could no longer support my dear lassie and her massive smoking habit. I mean, she smokes cartons a day, even in her sleep. She would light a cig with a 50-cent note like it was nothing. And now a surprise treat. With our nation's birthday tomorrow, we thought it would be great to spend a little time with a Canadian-born international star who has thrilled audiences both here in Canada, the United States, and all around the world, to find out just what it means to be a Canadian. This incredible talent has appeared on radio, stage, television, acting and singing, and his very distinguished, deep, resonant voice is heard in the narration for many documentaries. His notable television roles include Ben Cartwright on The Western Bonanza and Commander Adama in the original science fiction television series Battlestar Galactica and Galactica 1980. He also worked on the Canadian television nature documentary series Lorne Greene's New Wilderness, and in countless television commercials. I'm talking, of course, about Ottawa-born Lorne Greene. Our crack reporters here at TLN have been preparing for days for this interview, and yesterday, while doing our research, we discovered that Lorne Greene has actually passed away in 1987. We all thought he was still alive. I mean, we watch Bonanza around here all the time. Unfortunately, we could not get anyone else to fill in such a short time. From everyone here at the TLN station, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Greene family at this time. Lorne Greene, Canadian icon. Tuesday Live News, or TLN as it is commonly referred to in the journalistic circles, is embroiled in a lawsuit. Apparently, there is another television network called TLN, and we are being sued for name infringement. Lawyers for the network TLN are asserting that they have been around since 1984. They asked this reporter how long Tuesday Live News has existed, and I responded that Tuesdays have existed forever, and the news has been around for at least 50 years, and Live has been here since day one. In an effort to come to an amicable and quick resolution to the problem, I spoke to TLN network megastar, acclaimed chef, host, author, and everyone's lovable Italian nana, Lydia Bastianovich. Lydia asked me to meet her out in the back alley as she and David Rocco had cooked up something special for me. But I told her I would gladly take a rain check as I had just finished my dinner. Well, tomorrow is Canada's 153rd birthday, and TLN thought it would be fun to share some Canadian fun facts. A sugar maple tree is usually 45 years old and at least 12 inches in diameter before it is tapped for sap. Isn't that fun? Many years ago, when Noah was traveling the world to pick up 2 of every animal, he actually grabbed 4 Canadian bison because he loved bison burgers so much. Justin Trudeau has a team of advisors to explain Ozark to him. 15% of Canadians don't care for the remaining 85%. A nearly 3,800-year-old Aboriginal burial site was discovered in Quebec near Lamel Bay. Among the artifacts discovered was an old jar marked nuts that contained, when opened, a still functioning spring-loaded snake. The all-time lowest rated show in Canada was TSN's 2002 World Series of Solitaire. And finally, paleontologists at the Royal Tyrrell Museum in Drumheller, Alberta, say that of all the flying dinosaurs, the pterodactyl had the best on-time arrival record. Well, that's the news for tonight. Have a happy Canada Day.
Thank you, Tim. Great Canada Day Eve version of the news tonight. Certainly appreciate that. This next song is a great song. It's originally by Danielle Lanois. See, my French is not that good. And it was a request from Alain and Gatineau. Merci beaucoup, Alain, pour la request. I'm not going to go too deep with my French, but it's a great song. It's got both of Canada's official languages in it, English and French. So get up and dance along. It's a great tune, and it's a bit of a dark story to it, but we'll enjoy it all the same. Charlie, how do you do? Mon nom est Jean-Guy Thibault Larue. I come from east of Gatineau. My name is Jean-Guy, my jolie. J'ai une maison à la fontaine, where we will live if you marry me. Une belle maison à la fontaine, where we can live if you marry me. Oh, Louise, my jolie Louise, my jolie Louise. Tous les matins ensoleillés, I will work till work is done. Tous les matins ensoleillés, I did work till work was done. And one day the foreman said, Jean-Guy, we must let you go. Et puis mon nom n'est pas bon at the mill anymore. Oh, Louise, I'm losing my head. Losing my head. My kids are small, 4 and 3. Et la bouteille, she's mon amie. I drink the rum till I can't see. It hides the shame Louise does not see. A carousel turns in my head, and I can't hide. Oh, no, 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 no. And the rage turned in my head, and Louise, I struck her down on the ground. I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my mind. Septembre, ça c'est toi. Kids are gone and so is Louise. Ontario, they did go near la ville de Toronto. Now my tears, they roll down to leisure. Whoa, whoa. And I remember the days and the promises we made. Oh, Louise, my jolly Louise, my jolly Louise. My jolly, how do you do? Mon nom est Jean-Guy Thibault Larue. I come from east of Gatineau. My name is Jean-Guy, my jolly. Thanks for that great song, Alain. Appreciate that that request. Now we're going to see, hopefully Sandy's made it back to shore, but let's go check and see what's up with Sandy. You there, Sandy boy?
Happy Canada Day, everybody. This next song is a how-to. If you've got a boat stuck at the bottom of the ocean, you need to get it up. So step by step, you can follow this. We're in Cape 4 Dadgad, so we're playing an F sharp. If you're playing along, it's an old Stan Rogers. a pouring driving rain. The skipper had been drinking and the maid felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock and she was dealt a mortal blow. The Mary Ellen Carter settled low. Just 5 of us aboard her when she finally went awash. We'd worked like hell to save her, all needless of the cost. And the groan she made as she went down, it caused us to proclaim that the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave 20 years of service, boys, and met her sorry end. But insurance paid a loss to us, they let her rest below. And they laughed at us and said we had to go. But we talked to her all winter, some days around the clock. She's worth $250,000 afloating at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain. Make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men, and those who loved her best and who were with her till the end. Make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All spring now we've been with her on a barge lent by a friend. 3 dives a day in the hard hat suit, and twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, or I'd never have the strength to go below. But we patched her rents, stopped her vents, dog hatch and portal down, put cables to her fore and aft and girded her around. Tomorrow noon we hit the air and then take up the string. Like Mary Ellen Carter, rise again, rise again, rise again. Though her name not be lost to the knowledge of men, and those who loved her best and who were with her till the end. Make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. To crumble into scale. She saved our lives so many times, floating through the gale, and the laughing drunken rats who left her to a sorry grave, but they won't be laughing in another day. And you, to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, the smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again, rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken, life about to end, no matter what you lost, be it a home, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again, rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken and life about to end, no matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again.
Don't cover your face with a mask. You're much too good looking for that. No one can see what you're saying. My viral pals are praying. Don't cover your face with a mask. Don't bother washing your hands. They'll just get all dirty again. So if you touch lots of things and then you touch your face, we'll all be back together again. Don't cover your face with a mask. You're much too good looking for that. No one can see what you're saying. My viral pals are praying. Don't cover your face with a mask. Why are you sitting so far away? No one can hear what you're trying to say. We need to get together and get under the weather and let our viral friends come on in. Don't cover your face with a mask. You're much too good looking for that. No one can see what you're saying. My viral pals are praying. Don't cover your face with a mask. It's too hard to take a drink. So here's what you need to think. Just lift up your glass, throw away that mask, and let's all take a drink. I'm frozen. Don't cover your face with a mask. You're much too good looking for that. No one can see what you're saying. My viral pals are praying. Don't cover your face with a mask. One more time. Don't cover your face with a mask. You're much too good looking for that. No one can see what you're saying. My viral pals are praying. Don't cover your face with a mask. No one can see what you're saying. My viral pals are praying. Don't cover your face with a mask.
That damn COVID. He's back. He's infested our program. At least he put some Canadian content in there. But you can pretty well, folks, don't listen to that COVID. Do exactly opposite of what he says. Or he, it. I'm not sure what to, I think Cody COVID is genderless. So stay away from him anyways. We're really fortunate to have our next guest. This will be, I think, her third appearance on the show. Paige Warner, and one of our viewers wrote me a note last week and said when she first saw Paige on the show, she felt like she was seeing a young Sarah McLachlan, and certainly Paige has a solid career ahead of her in the music industry, and she's a very talented young woman, and for Canada Day Eve special, she's going to treat us to one of her own original songs. So take it away, Paige.
Hi friends! I just wanted to say thank you to Rob again for having me on the show, and I'm sure you're all enjoying it so far. So I'm going to play an original for you guys because I know we're doing Canadian music today. Happy Canada Day. So this is an original called Lions. Far from a lioness, but this pain continues to roar. Oh, oh. I keep running to the same one. keep running to the same old lines. The danger sign invites me in. Fear I'm only burying. My deep longing for your sin, but this sickness I somehow am all. Where's my road? I keep running to the same old lines. Keep seeing the same old signs. My song should have changed by now. Someone help me, I don't know how. I keep running to the same old lines. Keep running to the same old lines. Keep seeing the same old signs. My song should have changed by now. Someone help me, I don't know how. I keep running.
Another amazing song, Paige. She sings and can write great music. That's fantastic. What a talent. Don't forget, folks, after the show, we have the after party on Zoom. I'm going to post that link up in the comments in a little bit here. And please come join us. I mean, what else are you going to do? It's Canada Day Eve. I don't think there's any fireworks anywhere unless you're letting off some of your own. Or you can go sit outside and feed the mosquitoes a bit more if you want. But come on out to the after party. We usually have a nice little chat, a little cross-country checkup kind of thing. I'm going to go back out. I'm going to see, hopefully we can coax one more song out of Sandy. Maybe we get him to do an original song. Sandy, you got any original songs to do for us?
When Stompin' Tom passed away, I was sad. I thought I'll never hear another Stompin' Tom song. Then I thought, oh, I wonder if I could write a Stompin' Tom song. So I tried to write a Stompin' Tom song. This one's called Fallsy Downsy. I was glad to have him join the band. He was the best bass player in the whole damn band. He played real straight and he wore the brand. He fit the bill, he was a drinking man. We was 2 weeks out, oh he was having a time with a string of gigs out in the Maritimes. He had a 6 or 7, he's starting to feel it. His feet started jigging like he's jigging real, cause he's a ballsy downsy and he can't stand when you fill his cup. He's like a teenage pup. He's a beer behind and he can't stand up. He's a ballsy downsy and he can't stand up. It was a few nights later in Sydney Mines, a real fine crowd, we was feeling fine. He had 6 or 7, he's starting to feel it. His feet start jigging like he's jigging a reel, cause he's a ballsy downsy and he can't stand. When you fill his cup, he's like a teenage pup. He's a beer behind and he can't stand up. He's a ballsy downsy and he can't stand up. It was a few nights later in old St. John. The folks at the Legion with their dancing shoes on. We was drinking along, cause we never stopped. At midnight he went down with a plop, cause he's a ballsy downsy and he can't stand up. He's a teenage pup. When you fill his cup, he's a beer behind and he can't stand up. He's a ballsy downsy, can't stand up. Well, I loves my liquor and I loves this land, but a kid from Canso joined the band. I loves to sing and I loves to roam, but I had to send my
downsy and he can't stand up. You fill his cup, he's like a teenage pup. He's a beer behind and he can't stand up. He's a palsy downsy and he can't stand up. He's a palsy downsy and he can't stand up. When you fill his cup, he's a teenage pup. He's a beer behind and he can't stand up. He's a palsy downsy and he can't stand up. He's a palsy downsy and he can't stand up. He's a palsy downsy and he can't stand up. He's a palsy downsy and he can't stand up. 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 He can't stand up.
We had a request for some Stan Rogers music for the Canada Day Eve show. And for those young folks out there who may not know who Stan Rogers was, he was kind of an iconic Canadian folk singer back in the 70s and early 80s who died tragically in an aircraft fire in, I think, 1983. But his songs were had a real East Coast flavor to them. And perhaps his most famous song was an a cappella song called Barrett's Privateers, which I'm sure you've heard it. Even if you don't know the name of it, you'll recognize it. And it's a song we'd like to try tonight, and I'm going to see if I can get Willie to help me. So, hey Willie, you listening out in the shed there?
I hear y'all loud and clear, Rob. Since it's Canada Day Eve, I'm willing to help you sing that song, but it'll be under protest. That song talks about pirates who go after American ships around the time of the American Revolution. So, you know, if we were both around that time, we would have been on opposite sides. And you know, I'm willing to give her a go, but I think we could use a third voice. How about that Robbie O'Spoon Irish fella?
That's a good idea, Willie. I'll see if I can get a hold of Robbie. I know he watches the show usually, so hey, Robbie, can you hear me there?
Rob, how you doing? Happy Canada Day Eve to you.
Hey, Robbie, good to see you. How are things?
You know, I'm having a grand old time here in Dublin, Ontario, helping on the pig farm and growing potatoes. I'm swilling pigs and hilling potatoes all day long.
Willie and I are wondering if you'll accompany us on the song Barrett's Privateers.
Oh, I'd love to sing with you fellas, but like Willie, I do have to do it under a bit of a protest, you know. A lot of folks don't know that the Irish played a major role in the American Revolution because we certainly had no love for the British.
Well, I appreciate the history lessons from you two guys, but I'm really glad you can give me a hand. I'll take lead, so what parts would you like to sing?
I can go low.